Compatibility. So a woman instructing a man does not work in a traditional romantic relationship and or marriage. Mating requires recognition of compatibility. People often get into relationships to confirm something about what they believe or to improve their self-esteem. They do not to get into relationships to discover that they are not worthy of an individual's time. So they're not in relationships to waste time. But compatibility is also sort of falls under multiple categories. I said in one of the previous audios that if you're a person who can't keep a job, you are deliberate in not being stable, people are oftentimes not going to want to work with you. They're not going to want to stick with you because they assume or assess you as you wanting to be a deliberate loser. And it is hard for a winner to understand why you want to lose, why at least remain stable, at least keep a job, at least keep a place to live, at least upgrade your skills every now and then. But you don't want to do that. So compatibility, if you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, there's a scripture in the Bible that do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Now, in that regard, we're talking about the Christian marriage. Do not, as a Christian, be unequally yoked with someone who does not believe Christian ideals. And that's usually centered on Jesus as, the Son of God being the way, the truth, and the life. So you would not ordinarily see a Christian marry with another person of a different religion. Don't get offended. That's just what it is, right? You oftentimes won't see a Muslim marry a Hindu or a Hindu marry a Buddhist. And so each religion has its own sort of ideals about who God is, who Jesus is, and so there may be compatibility issues. Compatibility issues may be in also visionary thinking. So sometimes if you are visionary, you have plans beyond just your current status, like you want to own a business, a large corporation, or found an organization. It's hard oftentimes to work with someone else who can't leave their job. And I'm not saying quit the job, but they're in a certain thinking that they like the safety of their job. And there is nothing wrong with being with wanting the stability and safety of being connected to a job. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to run an organization, there might come a time in maybe 5-10 years that you may have to come off that job and then run the organization full time. And so it's oftentimes kind of hard to work with people who cannot see beyond clocking in and clocking out. Compatibility also could be mood regulation or how you handle conflict. If you get up and walk out all the time, it's hard to resolve issues because you don't know how to handle conflict. All you have seen in your life and all you have done for yourself is walk away. And there's a time that you actually need to walk away. Then there's a time that you cannot walk away, because if you continue to walk away and not resolve problems, that problem is still going to be at the end of your lifespan. It may be in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, and it's still going to have to be solved because it is part of your lifespan. So therefore, compatibility is an important concept to consider.